with another one, guys. Okay. Let me check the mic, make sure it's hot, and it is. Okay. We are live with another one, guys. Welcome to the channel. This is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. And like I always say, this is your channel, the only channel where the fans come first, not last. How you doing, Dean? Welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat, Mustard. Welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat, Mustard. Welcome, guys. Hopefully, you guys are having a great week. Okay, because let me tell you something. It's been a good week for me. Okay, been very busy. All right, with this whole Canelo, Crawford, UFC, Noche, all this stuff. Let me read some of these comments. Mustard says, Mustard on the beat. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. I remember those days. You don't hear that guy anymore. You do not hear that guy anymore. That guy came and went. Mustard on the beat. Those guys come and go. Okay. Let me see. UFC versus KFC. Look, if I had to pick someone, the KFC is going to win because that food is going to freaking poison you. Okay? Point blank, period, guys. All right, Mustard says, this been a good week. I thought Noche was going to be as enjoyable as it was. I thought Noche was going to be as enjoyable as it was. You got to upgrade the mic, brother. Look, man, I'm definitely not going to upgrade the mic. You know what I mean? I'm definitely not going to do that. Not anytime soon, at least. You know what I mean? Actually, it's funny because I started when I first started this channel and I started posting. I did mention that if I reach a certain amount of subscribers, that's when I will get a new mic or a mic in general. And I ended up reaching 500 subscribers, and I didn't think it was going to happen so quickly. But when I did reach 500 subscribers, I did get this new mic here that I have in my hand. Okay, so I won't be doing any other upgrades until another huge milestone, guys. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Okay, run up these likes and run up these subscriptions. Okay, support the community, guys. And how you doing, Kamori? How are you doing? Hopefully you're having a good one, guys. All right, but this breaking news, guys. Also, does Gene Silva get crash out of the year? Look, Mustard. That's a good point. That is a good point. You know, honestly, if I had to pick somebody, crash out of the year, it'll have to be whoever the suspect is who killed Charlie Kirk. Okay, all right, that is who is crash out of the year because never in my right mind did I ever think I live in a world where words will hurt a person so much that the person will just act sporadic to the point where he'll go to a college campus, open fire on a son of a on anyone, okay, for that matter, and kill somebody. So the crash out of the year will have to go to the suspect who killed Charlie Kirk, okay, and then the second one, if I had to be honest, man, I'll have to say it probably is Gene Silva, to be honest with you, okay? He comes very, very close, especially Mustard, especially after, punching, you know what I mean? After the fight is already over and he's still trying to fight. I mean, guys, don't forget, there was a fighter in the UFC a long time ago that actually did that, to Josh Koscheck, and that guy got banned from the UFC and never got to touch and grace the octagon ever again after that. Okay? But I don't think that's going to happen to him. Like and subscribe this channel. Press the bell button. Do this ritual, and Android 19 from DBZ will appear in your room. You're damn right she will. You're damn right she will. Not 100%, but Silva gets the MMA award, I guess. I guess Mustard agrees with me and what I just mentioned. Guys, I'm just being real. As soon as you said crash out of the year, I was just thinking about, oh my gosh, it has to be that idiotic person, you know what I mean, running through a campus with a rifle. I'm unbelievable, guys, unbelievable. But guys, there is breaking news, guys. I don't know if you know this. Okay, I don't know if you guys know this. All right, but if you are new to the channel, okay, I'm gonna let you know this because I let everybody know this about 100 times while I do my lives. Okay, if you haven't known this and didn't know this until now, I'm gonna tell you this. Okay, this is the only channel where the fans come first, not last. Guys, it's breaking news. Reiner the Ritter will not be fighting Anthony Hernandez, guys. Okay, unfortunately, that fight has fallen out. Okay. And it's not because of RDR, Reiner the Ritter, okay? He is still on track to make his appearance this October against whoever the hell they put in front of him. But unfortunately, Anthony Hernandez will not be making way to face Reiner the Ritter, excuse me. I don't know the specific reasons why, but if I had to speculate, okay? If I had to speculate on why Anthony Hernandez is not making way, into the octagon to fight Reiner the Ritter this October, I'll have to say, guys, I think Anthony Hernandez knows that the writing is in the wall. Okay, nobody is going to beat Chimaev, let alone Anthony Hernandez. Okay, Anthony Hernandez, who's losing against dead bodies like Kevin Holland. Okay, that's the reality. And most likely, Anthony Hernandez woke up one morning and looked himself in the mirror and said, "There's no way that I'm going to compete in this middleweight division with Chimaev as a champion." Now, that's just pure speculation, okay, guys? Pure speculation. But as it is right now, Reiner the Ritter will not be fighting Anthony Hernandez, guys. He has another opponent, which I will tell you that after I read these comments. Let me read some of these comments. Let me see. Did you hear Kane Lele say he only lost Crawfordy fight because Canelo. Did you hear Canelo say he only lost the Crawford fight because he needed a shit in the fight? You know what? It's funny that you say that because the whole time as I'm watching that fight, I actually thought Canelo looked like he had to take a shit. To be honest with you, let me see. Dean says SpongeBob versus John Jones. Look, guys, SpongeBob lives in a pineapple under the tree. Pineapple under the sea. Sorry, excuse me. Oh, I fucked that up. I totally fucked that up. But look, guys, rewind what I just said. Um, SpongeBob lives in a pineapple under the sea. Okay. I don't think there's anybody that can hold their breath as long as SpongeBob. So I think if John Jones went in there and thinks that he's gonna outlast SpongeBob with a real naked choke, let me tell you something. SpongeBob is not gonna tap out. Okay, I guarantee you that. Show us that SpongeBob. He's back there, guys. He is back there. Chelsea says cheese. Well, cheese to you. I love cheese. Let me tell you something. The beginning of a new era. Yeah, yeah, I think so, Dean. I really do think so. I don't know what you just wrote, Dean. What is that? Hey, dude, what's the balance on your EBT card? Well, let me tell you something. I don't have an EBT card, nor have I ever owned an EBT card. I'm just being honest with you guys, okay? I think they tried to give it to me once, and yeah, I did nothing with it. You know what I mean? They try to give you an EBT card or the application for EBT card. It's just not happening, guys. You know what I mean? I'm not going out there signing applications for an EBT card. Okay, that's not happening. Okay, I got money. I got dough. I'm not broke. I'm capable of filling up my belly, paying my bills, going out and having a good time. Okay, not asking for much. RDR versus Drekus would be a nice replacement, in my opinion. Look, Mustard, that is not the replacement, but it would be a good fight. Dean says RDR. I think RDR is the goatest game ever, no comparison or replacement. Look, let me tell you something. RDR, Red Dead Redemption, is a legendary game. Legendary game. Ellie Gonzalez, welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat, Mrs. Gonzalez. I do remember you from last time, so I want to welcome you back to your community, okay? Mustard says, damn, so Terrence Crawford was beating the shit out of Canelo? He definitely was. He was beating the shit out of Canelo, literally, to the point where Canelo almost took a shit on himself, guys, okay? Hello, bro. My goal, UFC. My goal is UFC. That's what's up. My goal is UFC. Hello to you. Blessings to you, man. Jack says, beautiful SpongeBob is a beautiful human being. Look, let me tell you something. Jack, I agree with you. Music says, I love Patrick's cheeks. I don't know who the fuck is that. Mustard says, me personally, I just shit during my fight instead of holding it in. You won't have to worry about any clinching after that. Look, Mustard, I can't disagree with that. When nature calls, nature calls. I'm just being real with you. Okay, I'm just being real with you. I think that's the reason why there was such a delay. You know what I mean? In between the fights, there was like a damn near an hour in between. You know, the co-main event and the main event. You know what I mean? I mean, the co-main event, got done at like 12:10. All right, Canelo didn't get into the ring till damn near almost an hour later. I'm talking about 1:10. Okay. So that's most likely what happened. He was in the back trying to take a shit. He was constipated. Unfortunately, it didn't want to come out until Crawford landed a couple punches to the body. All right, and then the shit started coming out. The Hershey squirts started coming out. Okay. But anyways, guys, Reina de Ritter will not be fighting Anthony Hernandez, unfortunately. Okay, unfortunately. But it's okay, guys, because the UFC, you know what they do. Sean Shelby, Mick Maynard, and the UFC got together, put their brains together, and said, who are we going to put against Reina de Ritter? We already saw that that awful fight between Imavov and Kaio, which that fight supposedly had huge implications to see who's going to fight Chimaev for the middleweight gold. But unfortunately, after seeing that performance between Imavov and Kaio, I mean, both guys do not deserve to fight for gold. I'm just saying the facts, guys. I'm just saying the facts. And now with Reina de Ritter not fighting Anthony Hernandez, I mean, it's crumbling right before our eyes, guys. The middleweight division is crumbling right before our eyes, guys. Okay? Now we have Reina de Ritter versus Brendan Allen, guys. Brendan Allen, do you really think Brendan Allen can actually compete against Chimaev? Ask yourself that question, guys. Because as I'm looking at this fight, Reina de Ritter versus Brendan Allen, I mean, I'm looking at this and I'm like, I don't give a shit if Reina de Ritter wins this fight or not. He better not lose, but I could tell you what, even if he wins, this does not put him any closer to fighting for gold in that middleweight division against Chimaev. And that's a sad story. That's a really sad story, guys, because I was really looking forward to Reina de Ritter versus Anthony Hernandez. I thought, you know what, either of these guys will be a good showing for Chimaev. I mean, Chimaev is going to kill both of these guys. But, it definitely looked better when it was Reina de Ritter versus Anthony Hernandez. Now we got Brendan Allen versus Reina de Ritter, guys. I mean, think about that shit. Yeah, that's what we're dealing with right now. Let me read some of these comments. Bob Dylan just passed away. Bob Dylan just passed away, really? Did Bob Dylan really just pass away, guys? Let me know on the chat. Did he really? Because I didn't believe somebody when they told me Ricky Hatton had died. And literally somebody let me know on the chat. Somebody let me know on the chat that Ricky Hatton died, and I didn't believe him. I ran over that I ran over it like it was nothing. Like, Ricky Hatton, get out of here. But then later on that day, my friend ended up letting me know that Ricky Hatton ended up passing away. And I'm like, holy shit, that's crazy. So if Bob Dylan did pass away, man, man, it's a freaking crazy time, guys. Oh, my bad, not Patrick. I meant SpongeBob's cheeks. Bro, let's go to school. Chimaev wasn't even gonna fight this year, anyways. Probably see him out in January. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Chimaev is most likely gonna be held for that first Paramount showing. Most likely, the first, UFC event for Paramount. I believe Chimaev will definitely be a part of that card. 20 minions versus SpongeBob and Patrick. Look, if it was 20 minions against SpongeBob and Patrick, the minions. Let me tell you something. They're something else. Mustard said disappointing. The Ritter deserves better. My point exactly, Mustard. My point exactly. That's what I was thinking. I'm just being real, guys. That's exactly what I was thinking. Rated the Ritter deserves better. Okay, I heard that Paul Acosta wanted to fight Rated the Ritter in short notice, but unfortunately, Paul Acosta wanted it to be 3 rounds instead of 5, but Rener de Ritter did not agree. So the UFC moved on from Paul Acosta, unfortunately. Let me see. My mom, Kyle Sims. It says F my mom. That's a sad story, man. You shouldn't be saying that about your mother. Is your mom hot, Kyle Sim? That is bad. Craig Posh says hi. How you doing, guys? Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, guys. Okay, run up these likes, run up these subscriptions. All right, support the community. What are you guys are doing? I always tell you guys, all right, this is the only channel where the fans come first, not last. Okay, all right. Uh, Joe Rogan. I'm definitely not Joe Rogan. I'm not trying to be Joe Rogan. Okay, I am OE. Okay, this is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. Okay. Mustard says Paula should fight Kyle or rematch Izzy. Uh I think Paulo Costa versus Kyle sounds really fun. To be honest with you, that's a good idea. You need to work for more for my sub, Craig. Look, man, what else? You say I gotta work for your sub. Okay, what more do I have to do? Okay, it's damn near 6 o'clock in the morning where I'm at over here in the East Coast. Okay, 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay, which means I got on this live most likely right around 5:45. Okay, if that doesn't speak dedication and hard work, then I don't know what does. I really don't know what does. All right, I'm out here, you know what I mean, struggling. Okay, but I keep it moving, baby. All right, let me read some of these comments here. Damn, what the fuck? Jason 9. Jason 9, welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat. Let me read what you just wrote. Told you Crawford was going to have Canelo seeing Mayweather flashbacks. Holy shit. Jason 9 came on the chat just to give me the low blows that he wanted to give me. I appreciate it, Jason 9. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of this community. Remy says, hello. How is everyone? Remy, I hope everybody is good. I'm good. I'm blessed. Hopefully everybody else is blessed. Okay. Dean says Joe Rogan got no hair. Exactly. Joe Rogan has no hair. I have a great set of hair. All right. Great set of hair on me. All right. My hairline is damn near perfect. All right. And have you seen this fucking jawline? Have you seen this jawline? Let me see. What's your channel all about? Well, Craig Posh, if you haven't even, been listening for the last, 19 minutes, we talk specifically about combat sports, UFC, mixed martial arts specifically. Okay. But usually after the 30-minute mark, we could talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. It doesn't have to be mixed martial arts related, but we're not there yet. Let me see. Uh Stay positive, mate. You already know. You already know. I always try to stay positive. How you feel about the Gene loss, Diego? Gene loss. Diego is the man. Well, look, man, it was a hard fought fight for Gene Silver. It really was. He found success in that second round, but he does have some holes in his game. And let me tell you something, Diego Lopez definitely showed that there's levels to this game. I mean, he definitely did show that. So congratulations to him. I love your beard. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Mamacita, brother, read the comments like you rapping. Brother reads the comments like you rapping. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Diego versus Lerone Murphy would be badass, and maybe move Mozart versus Volk. Diego versus Lerone Murphy. Well, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think Lerone Murphy has punched his ticket, to fight for gold. If I'm being honest with you, I mean, he's got a crazy winning streak, hasn't lost in many years, and he's well deserving, to fight for that strap. To be honest with you, Remy says I don't know a lot about sports because I'm only 15. I know a bit about soccer. Well, that is what's up, man. You can inform me of what's going on in the soccer, yeah, hemisphere, to be honest with you, because I don't watch soccer at all. I only watch soccer sometimes, if I see Barcelona playing or something, or Chelsea. You know what I mean? But that's pretty much all I would watch of when it comes to soccer. You know what I mean? So inform me. You know what I mean? I meant, can you read the comments like you rapping? Oh, I meant, can you read the comments like I'm rapping? I don't think so. You know what I mean? Look, guys. You know what I mean? If you really want me to rap, I'll rap for you right now. Let me know on the chat if you want me to rap about something. I'll rap it. All right, I'll rap a whole fucking song for you. Okay, right here on this fucking live. All right, if you really want me to rap, I'll rap it. Okay, I'll rap an old ass Tupac song. Most likely a Tupac song you never even fucking heard. Okay. Let me see. Though thinking about it, Mozart doesn't really deserve it after what Lerone done. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you, Mustard. Me and you are on the same playing field. Let me tell you. SUI Ronaldo. I don't know what that means. SUI. Sue Ronaldo. Mike Tyson is the greatest soccer player. Dean, you are out of control. And if he was a soccer player, I guarantee you he would most likely eat somebody on the field. Alex says, been a minute, Alex. Welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat. How you doing, man? Hopefully you're having a good one, man. Did you ever buy the 319 main card? I got out the shower and I couldn't find the stream. What happened? Yes, I did. I ended up, Alex, I did end up getting the stream. Okay, I did go live for the stream. Man, that was a long time ago, Alex. Wow. That was a long time ago. And it's funny that you say that because I remember reading your comment saying that you were going to go take a shower and that you'll be right back. I appreciate you, Alex. You just gave me a good memory. Rap. Somebody says rap it then. Rap it then. Look, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna need a little bit more effort than that, guys. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna just be out here, giving you my gems, for no fucking reason. You know what I mean? So if you really want me to rap a Tupac song, I'm gonna need more people on the comments. Let me know to rap a Tupac song. Okay, I'm gonna need you guys to run up these likes and run up these subscriptions if you want me to rap a Tupac song. Okay, if you want it that bad, you know what I mean. You'll probably even share if you share this channel. I appreciate it. Share to the last person you text. Okay, just maybe you'll hear me rap. Um, kind of crazy. Soccer is the biggest sport worldwide. Jason Nine. You are not lying about that. Soccer is a fantastic sport. You know what I mean? A lot of people enjoy it. It's funny. I back in the day when I was working at a resort, I got the privilege to actually meet a lot of the soccer players because the resort that I was actually working at was really, really high end. I'm talking about a 5-star hotel. It's basically a diamond. It's called not even a 5-star hotel. It's a diamond resort. Um, and I happened to be working at this diamond resort at this time, and a lot of the soccer players would come and stay there. You know what I mean? And let me tell you something: those guys, those soccer players, if you think being famous is cool, that shit is not cool. Especially when what I saw, those soccer players couldn't even fucking go outside the resort without being just fucking just A whole bunch of fucking people wanting to take photos, wanting you to sign fucking autographs. They got fucking posters in hand, out of fucking control. Unbelievable. I thought Mike Tyson was a boxer. Am I dumb or something? Nah, Remy, you're not. He's not. He's definitely not a soccer player. He's definitely a retired boxer. Where's Tupac's song? Hassan, look, I could rap any Tupac song. I could rap any Tupac song. Okay? Don't test me. All right? Don't test me. Dean says, spam heart if you'll want him to rap. Yeah, spam some hearts, guys. Run up these likes, run up these subscriptions. If you want it that bad, I want to see you run up these subscriptions and run up these likes. Hassan says, at Jason, the world is not is USA. Laugh my ass off. Hmm. Well, I agree, but soccer is very big. Soccer is very big when it comes to worldwide. And let me tell you something, the USA is trying to oblige as well. I mean, they're building soccer stadiums everywhere. Let me see. Jason Nine says, "Nah, Mike Tyson played in the Real Madrid." You fucking crazy, Jason Nine. How dare you? Don't be out here confusing people. Buster says, and Mozart hasn't even fought once this year and actually might not. LOL. So maybe Murphy versus Volk and Aljo versus Lopez. I like that. Mustard, I like what you just said there. Okay. Aljo versus Lopez sounds like a fun fight, to be honest with you. I think that's a fun fight. It's not going to be a fun fight for Aljamain Sterling, obviously, because Diego Lopez, he comes with a certain type of style, and that style is I could finish you. I could finish you, and not only can I finish you, but I have good Brazilian jiu-jitsu and great ground game as well. So when it comes to Diego Lopez versus Aljamain Sterling, that's a tough match for Aljamain Sterling for sure. But I like it, and I think the UFC should definitely book it. Murphy versus Volk. Hopefully that happens as well. Alex is laughing his ass off. Damn, I'm way behind on these comments. Oh my gosh, I'm way behind. Let me see. Real Madrid. I thought he was playing from LeBron James' team. That's what Dean says. Remy says yes, yes. Rap Tupac. Rap, rap. Hassan says that Swedish player. Remy says, man, I thought LeBron was basketball. Yeah, yeah, tripping. Hi, what are your pronouns? Look, I don't have any pronouns. Okay. Pronouns that don't even exist. All right. Pronouns, nouns, adjectives, all that shit. It doesn't exist in my world. Now LeBron James is playing with Manchester United this season. Is he really? Holy shit, Jason! I didn't know that. I thought he was playing for Chelsea. Dean says, he was, but he started playing soccer with Mike Tyson because Mike Tyson wanted him to play soccer. Holy shit! I had no idea. I'll never forget John Jones kicking the ball into Daniel Cormier's eyes. Truly a crazy football moment. You guys are fucking out of control. You guys are fucking out of control on these comments. Let me tell you something. I always felt the best thing you can do if you recognize someone famous is leave them alone, give them a nod, and leave it at that. Look, Alex, I couldn't disagree with you, Alex. I agree with you 100%. There's been multiple people that I actually saw, and I didn't make a huge deal about it. I met Buster Rhymes in a CD store, literally in New York. I was in New York. I'm the type of person that I like to collect like records and CDs and all that stuff. So I'm in the CD store, just looking at CDs, and lo and behold, person that walks in was Buster Rhymes. Did I go all crazy and be like, "Oh my God, Buster Rhymes"? Like break your neck, come on, and start rapping his song and shit. Like, no, that's just not my personality. So when I saw him, obviously I recognized him. I was like, "Oh shit, that's Buster Rhymes," and he's definitely a lot shorter than what I thought he would be. I thought he would just, I don't know, just because he looks like a big ass guy on television. But when I saw him in person, the first thing that came to mind was, "Oh shit, he's not that tall." I thought he would be like bigger, but he's not. I mean, he's a wide man, but he's just not tall. He's not a big guy. But yeah, I saw Buster Rhymes. Didn't make a big deal about it. I didn't even say hi to the guy. I just saw him. He was talking to some people. That's what's up. I also met an engineer. I met a famous engineer who he worked with numerous people. Numerous people. I won't mention his name, but he worked with numerous people. And unbeknownst to me, I happen to be in Texas. I won't mention, which CD store I was in because I believe, just based on my experience, I believe he owned this CD store, but he don't want nobody to know that he owns this CD store. But I'm in this CD store in Texas once again, just looking at CDs and going through records and just doing what I do because I enjoy music. And lo and behold, who the fuck walks in? This famous engineer walks into the store, and again, I didn't react crazy and ask for his autograph. No, I saw him. I look. I made sure it was him. I was like, "Holy shit! I cannot believe this right now. I literally cannot believe it." Because yeah, I never in my right mind did I ever think I would walk into another CD store and meet somebody famous, but I did. But anyways, those are my little gist stories right there. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Hassan, yes, he played for Team Celtics. All right, I'm running through that. Rap hit him up by Tupac, please. Remy, don't try me. Don't try me. You don't want me to do that. You don't want me to do that. You know what I mean? That's why I fucked your bitch. When I always thought that the beginning of that song was hilarious. That's why I fucked your bitch, because in reality, that's not your bitch. That's nobody's bitch. You know what I mean? A bitch is for the calles, okay? You know what I mean? Ain't no female really yours. I'm just being honest with you, okay? See, oh, guys, little boys turn into men when they realize, okay, that females are not meant to be with. They're just meant to, have fun with and then keep it moving. Let me see. You pick Gene. You pick Gene or Lopez, bro. Jack, look, I ended up picking. Gene Silva. I picked Gene Silva to win that fight. But if you go watch my UFC fight predictions, I did give huge praise to Diego Lopez and said I wouldn't be surprised if he was able to pull it off. Dean says Mike Tyson wants Dana White to be a cheerleader next. Oh my God. Jason9 is laughing his ass off. Tapora versus Islam. Who you got? Look, guys, if I had to pick somebody from the top of my head right now, gun in my head, Tapora versus Islam, I'm picking Islam. Okay, guys. Let me see. Football is the biggest sport in the world. Yes, it is. I got Oberg by KO round 1 or 2. Who you got? Man, Jack, I don't know about that one. I don't know. I don't know. I can't make my predictions yet. Uh how are you, Harry Potter? Oliver is so funny. When I read that comment, how are you, Harry Potter? It's funny. I was a kid. I probably was maybe I want to say 10 years old. Maybe a little bit older. Maybe I was like 11. I was like around 10 or 11 years old. One of those fucking ages, 10 or 11 years old. And I was walking with my family, right? We're walking to, I don't know if you guys familiar, well, in New York it's called White Plains. And we're walking through White Plains and we're headed towards a shoe store and a clothes store. My parents they weren't really well off, so they'll take us to a place called Conway. I don't even know if that place still exists, but it was a clothes store called Conway where you can get cheap jeans and cheap shirts, whatever, for very low prices. You know what I mean? But anyways, we're walking towards the sneaker store slash clothes store Conway in White Plains in New York, and we're walking, and this guy, right? This guy just pops out of nowhere. He was sitting on the corner. I remember it like it was yesterday. He was sitting on the corner, and I'm here walking with my family, and my mom is to the right of me, right? My mother is to the right of me, and this guy, he is this black dude, right? This black dude goes, "What's up?" He goes, "What's up, little Harry Potter?" He says it to me, and I look at him, right? And you know what because when I was younger, when I was like around 10, 11 years old, that's like me fresh, living in New York. I was raised in New York, so I still had that New York accent, that New York swag, that New York, like, what the fuck you just say to me? It doesn't matter what age I was really disrespectful. So as soon as he said that, he said, "Yo, what's up, little Harry Potter?" I turned around, I was like, "Yo, what's up?" And I said something bad to this dude, bro, really, really bad, to the point where he was like, "I'll smack the shit out of you." And then my mom was like, "I dare you to smack the shit out of." because I said something so disrespectful to this guy. It was so bad. Like right now, I know people who got ass beat for saying, less than what I said to this guy. You know what I mean? And let me tell you something. What I said, I would never want anybody to say, let alone a young me. All right. But I had enough balls to say it. And you know what? I'm proud of my young self. So thank you for giving me that beautiful memory, Oliver. I appreciate that. Lopez will beat Sterling. Jack, I agree with you. I think Diego Lopez will beat Sterling. Let me see. Roscoe says Lopez is a fine fighter. Uh, Canelo actually said some shit slipped out after round 4, so he was uncomfortable. Was it really? Will Brian Ortega ever be a contender again, Alex? That's a that's a question that I'm going to answer right now, and that's the question is no. The answer to that question is no, Alex. Brian Ortega will never be a top contender. Point blank. Period. He is a dead body walking around in the cemetery. Okay. Roscoe says Connor is training with Marab. Is he really? Hopefully he is. He needs to train for that White House card. Mustard says I got to have Sterling on that one, man. I really like Aljo. Look, I like Aljo too. I like Aljamain Sterling. I think he's a great guy. I watch his YouTube channel as well. He has some informative information, but I can't sit back and lie to myself and say that I think Aljamain Sterling will actually go in there and beat Diego Lopez. I can't say that. How you doing, Barry? Hopefully you're having a good one, Barry. His oh shit, what? His pronouns, he's him. That's what's up. Thank you so much, Alex. Ortega was so close to choking out Volk. Very unlucky. Oh well, he was very lucky actually to be even put himself in that position. To be real, almost became champion, but unfortunately, Volk is just a fucking animal. Mars. Welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat, making your one time appearance, 1 month appearance. Welcome. Dean says, I don't know who Hassan is, but I think he was a great boxer. Roscoe, that was the most impressive escape I've ever seen. My pronouns are USA. Remy, you crazy. Ortega is dead. Ortega is a dead body right now. Bro's got to call it a career. Mustard, I agree with you. I just said that. It depends. My top 3 I would want to meet is LeBron, Drake, and Ankalaev. Ankalaev? Did I just read that shit right? LeBron, Drake, and Ankalaev? That's awesome. A Mustard, yeah, I say he took much damage. Male, female, that's all. Dina, I gotta agree with you. Nah, I'm a grocery bag. Holy shit, you're a grocery bag. That's what's up. How can Lightning McQueen be the goat of strip? The King Weather was just a mini piston cup. I don't even know what the fuck this guy wrote. I just read it and I couldn't understand it. I swear I was reading English. Uh, we're about in Texas. My sister lives 15 miles east of Dallas. She's from Scotland. She's from Scotland. That's what's up, man. That is what's up. Bro, OE is 100 miles away from the comments. I am. I'm so far right now. I apologize. Why not Black Plains? I don't know. Hell no. You should have thrown hands. Easy pick, bro. All right, guys. I'm gonna have to just go way down. I'm gonna have to go way down. All right, I'm sorry if I didn't read your comments. I apologize, guys. It's just way too many comments to catch up with. I apologize. Ortega needs to break his beak again. Oh, you're talking about that comment that he made about the fucking ego and shit? That dude went into such a long documentation of how an eagle flies, and then later on, after a certain time, he has to break his fucking beak and then rebuild himself. Like, people really go out there and find motivation in anything. In fucking anything, man. It's fucking crazy, bro. Free R. Kelly. Somebody says free R. Kelly. Jason I says, Dean, I think you're spelling ginger wrong. LOL. But you were biased. Of course, respect, bro. I just joking around. Jack, LOL, bro. That's right. You picked Canelo. but you feel like a fool now, boy. He got his ass whipped. You were wrong. He said it would take another live to read all these comments. And somebody says, "Bro said the hard word." Look, somebody says, "Nick, look. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. All right, I was 10, 11 years old. Okay, and this guy that I had no idea. I don't even know this guy from a hole in the wall. Okay, I don't know this guy from a hole in the wall, and he's gonna come into my world. A 10, 11-year old. Okay, when I was a full grown adult, all right, when I was a full grown adult, I wasn't talking to little kids. Okay, let alone trying to make a little kid feel bad. All right, and unfortunately, this fucking asshole juggernaut. Okay, he called me Harry Potter, and you know what? I wasn't taking it. My 10, 11-year old self said, "You know what? You're gonna call me a name? I'm gonna call you what you are, and we're gonna see how you fucking like it." And then we're going to see what you're going to do about it. Okay? Because if you think for a second that we ain't going to do nothing, you got a whole nother plan coming, boy. You don't want to fuck with Latinos when we all together, Papa. Okay? You don't want to do that. All right? Especially if it's a kid. A kid that was just walking down the street, not even looking for any trouble, but your fucking adult ass is going to come into my world and insult me. Oh, hell no. Hell to the fucking no. You're damn right I said what the fuck I said. And looking back, I'm proud. I'm proud that I held it down. Okay? You got 7 people in here. You're just a slow reader, bro. You should not stream. It's not that, my guy. You know what I mean? It's just that I like bantering with you guys. I like talking as well. So unfortunately, that's how the cookie crumbles. Caveman, it's a black man. Caveman is a black man. Facts. If you don't want to be called that, don't act like one. Exactly, Jason 9. Exactly. Okay, and mind you, like I said, it's not something that I would condone right now as a full grown adult. Okay, it's not something that I would condone. But like I said, if you're a full grown adult, why are you bothering little kids? That shit's corny. That shit's dumb. All right. When, like I said, when I was a full grown adult, I wasn't chilling with any little kids. I wasn't fucking, calling little kids names and trying to, start up shit with a 10, 11-year old. Like, how does that look for a full grown adult? You a fucking joke, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Bruce Almighty quote. LOL, this one international. This LOL, this is international. You think the world falls? Oh, he erased it. Somebody erased it. Thank you, Dean. I appreciate it. Bruce Wayne or Bruce Lee or Bruce Jones? I think Bruce Jones. Babel says, did you say the normal one or the one with the R? I said the normal one. I didn't say the one with the R because you got to remember, guys. Like I said, I come from New York. You know what I'm saying? I come from New York, and I come, culturally, we us Hispanics and us Black people, even I don't want to say even the white people, but you know, like Hispanics and Blacks, we talk to each other in a certain way culturally. And, you know what I mean, especially growing up in the projects. Um, but yeah, we will always call each other like that, and this and that, and this and that and whatnot. But never with the hard R, obviously. But I did not call that guy. the hard R name. I didn't say that, but I did call him, you know what I mean, the N word, but not with the hard R, just as a as of whatever, as how we would culturally say it. You know what I mean? But that's long ago, guys. Okay, you should have never stirred up shit with me. Okay, and NGL grown men on Roblox. He doing that. Be doing that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Unc got a question. She trying to put her thumb in there. What do you do? Kill her. Okay, she tried to put a thumb in that shit. I mean, a thumb, guys. Like, yeah, it's over for her. You know what I mean, you done did caught a body. Okay, I got cussed on Roblox by a 38-year-old man, saying, "GG, I'm only 15, bro. Chill." That's crazy, man. Don't explain to nobody how old you are or anything like that. Just ignore them. To be honest with you, especially people on the internet. People on the internet be so fucking. They be out there, guys. Okay, they be out there. What's in the fridge? Food. Food is in the fridge, guys. Food and drinks. Somebody says go for the eyes. You already know what it is, guys. Anyways, guys, man, I've been on here bantering with you guys for a little bit. I didn't even think I would stay on here for this long. To be honest with you, I was supposed to just get on here, talk about the breaking news. Reiner de Ritter is not fighting Anthony Hernandez no longer, guys. Okay, Anthony Hernandez is not making way into the octagon versus Reiner de Ritter. Reiner de Ritter actually is going to fight Brandon Allen. And as I said before and asked this community, guys, do you really think Brandon Allen can compete in that middleweight division, let alone compete for that middleweight strap against Chimaev? See, I happen to think the guy can't. And now Reiner de Ritter, he deserves better. Okay, because even with a win against Brandon Allen, I don't see how you can argue Reiner de Ritter as a contender in a next matchup for Chimaev. I don't know how you can argue that, especially after winning against Brandon Allen, guys. Brandon fucking Allen? I don't know what to say about that. All right. But who do we have to thank for that? The UFC, Sean Shelby, and Mick Maynard, and a little bit about Anthony Hernandez. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. But, anyways, guys, I've been here for a minute. I didn't even think that I was going to be in here for that long. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, okay, for supporting this community. You guys have been pushing this community non-stop. And let me tell you something. I appreciate you, okay? I see you, all right? This is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. And like I always say, this is your channel. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right, guys. I'm out of here. Y'all have a good one. I'll see you in the next live. This weekend, we don't have any UFC, any mixed martial arts this weekend. So it's going to be a quiet one. But don't worry, guys. I'll be back on this live. I'll see you then. One love.